Welcome back everyone. As most of you know, one of my favorite things and one of the iPhone community's favorite things of all time was jailbreaking. So let's go ahead and jailbreak one of our older iPhones, which is the iPhone 6s, and let's talk about why it's a really cool thing to still jailbreak your iPhone 6s in 2021. Now starting off, the number one tweak that I've always installed, and it's like my favorite tweak to install on all these older iPhones, is literally Gestures 10s. Now it may have changed, I think there's Gestures 11 and maybe even Gestures 12, but Gestures 10s is the one that's available on most repos and it's completely free. And what this repo does is it essentially brings the iPhone gestures, so like the iPhone 10, 10s, 10, 11 and all 12, all those iPhones, the ones without the home buttons, it brings that functionality on these types of iPhones that technically didn't bring the gesture base in the beginning with. Now this is one of my favorite tweaks of all time. It literally makes the iPhone feel so much smoother, and not only did I install it on the 6s, but I even installed it on a phone as old as the iPhone 5s, and it was actually working on that specific device pretty well as well. And I think it makes the phone feel that much smoother. It's a very, very good phone. I like it a lot, and I would highly recommend you guys that if you're planning on jailbreaking your iPhone 6s, installing Gestures 10s is the first tweak that I would honestly recommend installing for sure. Now the next thing I would install is Clean Home Screen. Now in my opinion, this is another way to make the iPhone look that much more cooler and that much more up to date, and I'm surprised Apple hasn't brought this in, bare bones yet. Actually, there's a reason why they haven't, but it essentially allows you to make your iPhone and home screen and lock screen look a little bit more minimal, so it makes it look, in my opinion, much better. It takes away all the app names and even like the lock screen information. You can kind of customize what you want and what you don't want on there. If you just want the time or whatever, you have that capability of modifying it. And like I mentioned, that is something that I always look forward to whenever I install a tweak on an iPhone. I almost always install Clean Home Screen, and this is personally one of my favorite tweaks to install for sure. Now on top of this, my next tweak and one of my favorite reasons to jailbreak an iPhone 6s is to install no slow animations. Now what this specific tweak does is that it essentially speeds the iPhone up by a lot actually. It makes the animation, so essentially when you click on the home screen, it just kind of makes you feel that much faster, that much smoother. It makes the animations when you open up an app a little bit faster as well. So that's another really cool thing that I always look forward to. Although it isn't like going to make your iPhone load things faster, it's not going to perform your iPhone that much faster or anything. The games are still going to be playing the same speed and everything. It's still one of those things that I look at and I'm like, wow, this is an awesome tweak for sure, and then again, I would highly recommend you guys to look at this one as well. Now on top of this, another one that's kind of in the same speed is accelerated home button. Now this one is only relevant if you don't plan on actually installing, Gestures 10s, because like I mentioned, Gestures 10s is that much better of a tweak because it makes things so much faster and so much more fluid with the more modern way of, going through your apps. But accelerated home button essentially makes those things that much faster. And if you click on your home button, there's always a visible delay when you click on the home button, and then it essentially actually goes back to the home screen. Well, in this case, it'll actually go ahead and pretty much remove that delay, making it seem and perform that much faster as well. So again, it isn't an end-all be-all. It's not going to make the phone, actually perform faster, but it's going to make it feel faster, and you can actually save some, milliseconds here and there when you click the home button and actually keep going from your device. So that's another really cool thing about this, specific jailbreak and tweak itself. So that's another really cool, little tweak you can install on your device as well. And those are essentially all the little tweaks. And, it's funny because as iOS becomes, better and better, there's kind of less tweaks to install on your iPhone. We already have widgets. We pretty much have picture-in-picture, even though it's not functional on all apps. And I think we're getting there, we're getting pretty close. We have dark mode now as well. Of course, there are still things to add, like I mentioned, like the gestures and stuff for these older iPhones. But overall, I would highly recommend you guys to still jailbreak your iPhone. iOS 15, there's no jailbreak out yet, but sooner than later there's going to be, and I would probably still recommend you guys to look into it. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section as well. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.